So some of this Carlos story I'm going to have to say, because I think it's time and placement for everything. This show is still airing. People still have jobs with this man. So I'm going to do the best I can for right here, right now. I know Carlos, unlike Heavenly. I got Carlos' phone number. I might not have his new number, but I got Carlos' number on my phone. Like, I'm from Detroit. He's from Detroit. I've been around Carlos in many capacities. I think too many people put too much emphasis and expectations in somebody to get paid for what they do. That's what he get paid to do. He gets paid to find the drama, create drama, bring it to the television, and why do we expect anything other than what he is doing? Like, why are you expecting, like, that's like, shout out to Wendy Williams, praying for her. That's like expecting Wendy Williams to not sit on the couch and talk crazy to people. It's what he does. The only part that I don't understand is I feel like he should have a mutual space. If you're the creator of a show, if you're a producer of a show, then you should want to see the show succeed. Like, not pick who you like, who you don't like, or whatever the case may be. Use other people to do that. Everybody talking about, excuse me, I'm Mel's lapdog. Well, nope, I'm not going to do that, because I said I'm not calling nobody no names. All I'm saying is get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do that part, Carlos. Like, go ahead and interview people and get amazing stories from them, but don't be the cause of the mess. Don't be in the middle of the mess. It's starting to be too much, and people snitching on you. By the way, Carlos, because whenever it don't go their way, they're gonna tell that you said it, or that you did it, or how it came to be. So it is not loyalty like it used to. Like back in the day, you could tell somebody, I'm gonna tell you something, and don't tell nobody else. It don't work like that no more. These people don't have no loyalty. They loyal to whatever benefits them in the moment. So as far as Carlos King, I have a big story, and I'll tell my story later. Carlos know what it is. Carlos knows what it is. It's a background story to it that will be told one day. But nah, I don't. And I feel like a lot of people's like, oh, you should have been mad at Carlos too. I watched Carlos try to correct Heavenly like multiple times. Like, her name is Chanita. When that girl kept saying Shaquita, whatever her name is, Carlos kept saying her name is Chanita. So he was on with that one. He was like, no. He could have did better, but he did mention, she does things in Africa, and, kind of everybody knows Chanita, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He did what he could to get what he needed. But I do feel like, Carlos, when that lady started calling me out my name, when she started saying that hoe and this and that and that, you should have been like, hold on a second now, we can't do that. Like, we're not going to, and positive. You should have, like, that ain't who you want to say that to. Like, that girl has grown so much. And we're going to get to where I grew from, because I think you can't hurt me with my past, because my past is behind me and I know where I am moving forward. So my past will never hurt me. I'm like Eminem. I'll tell it to you before you think you can figure it out. So it's nothing that somebody can say I did or I said. I take full accountability and responsibility from the person that I once was. Hence, oh, she's so loud, big personality. You lucky if you get me in a room if I talk. I have learned to listen more than I talk. I enter a room, I'm probably the last person to speak. I don't want to talk no more. I want to listen. I want to observe. I want to peep what's going on. I want to feel the vibe. It took me a long time. I don't want to be the loudest person in the room. I used to always be the loudest person in the room. You correct. Big personality. Want to talk to everybody. Now I walk in rooms, I don't want to talk to nobody. Some of y'all meet me in the street and it's like, she funny acting. I have to remember that I have to respect people. Like, I have people that are my customers and do coaching with me. So I have to be nice. But I've grown from a place from who and where I used to be. And so when he was like, oh, I know her, and, she loud, she never seen a camera, that she didn't like. That wasn't planned. I didn't plan to tell her to watch her. That's what happened in that moment. I'm sitting in a moment. And again, because now we got to talk about another table. Do y'all know how much I don't know who these people are that's editing, but after I just throw somebody under the bus today, I hope somebody get fired because I came with all the receipts today, okay? Because I'm going to show all the receipts. One thing you can't do. One thing for sure and two things for certain. We ain't going to make me look crazy, right? So I had to make sure. That I got these receipts. Because I'm getting ready to bring on a guest. And I'm going to I'm going to slow walk y'all through what really happened so we can really get an understanding, so we can really stop playing with me and really stop playing with who I am and how much growth I have had. So pause for the cause, because Destiny is up next. And I hope somebody call her, text her, tweet her, because I'm about to bring some people on. I'm about to bring some guests on. Let her know. I'm about to tell it. Send an arrow, send a bat signal, because what we cannot do is we cannot play with me. Side note, let me get back to it. BeyondTheGame.org. Can y'all order a t-shirt, y'all? I need to sell 500 shirts. Shout out to Queen Sheba. Can't wait to go on Queen Sheba's podcast, her YouTube channel. Go to YouTube. Queen Sheba was one of the first people that defended me publicly with her palace. And with the palace, I just got chills, y'all. With the palace, she decided to begin to raise money for my foundation. And she turned something so bad into good. Queen Sheba and the palace, I still need money, so I act like I got enough and don't give me none. I need it. They raised $3,000, I think a little bit over $3,000 to help me build a house for an orphan that I've been knowing since he was 7 years old. This thing is real to me. His name is Opa. He used to be cared for by Go-Go. Go-Go died roughly in about her 90s. I could not get this boy to move into an orphanage. He stayed in that house by himself. If you watch my Beyond the Game video, I prayed for this little boy every night that no hurt, harm, or danger would come to him because he refused to leave. He just wouldn't leave. And so when I left my last trip, he's graduating from high school, and college is not really an option, y'all. I'm trying to pay for my own kids to go to college. My foundation does not make enough money for a scholarship for me to send Oprah to college. But what Oprah said was, when I graduate from high school, I want to come work for you. And I was like, okay, you're going to work for Beyond the Game. You're going to work for the foundation. And we came up with a plan for him to learn farming. But I knew I had to build him a new house. I knew the only way to get him out of that house and into a community around other people who can watch him and look after him and love on him was to tell him I was going to build him a new house. And without even knowing what Queen Sheba was going to do or any of y'all donations was going to do, if you watch the video, I was in Africa. I didn't know. I said, Oprah, I will raise the money and I will build you a house. Not even knowing that, see, this is how God works. Not even knowing that all this was getting ready to happen and Destiny was about to lie on me. I'm about to get to it. I'm so mad. I didn't even know that all of this was going to happen. But there's a verse in the Bible that what you meant, the evil that you meant for me, God turned to good.